Hello all. Yeah, as the summer season is upon us, I thought I'd come out into the garden and do this video. Basically it's entitled, Can I Make Money on a Job Lot of Watches that I have just purchased off eBay? I got one from a buy it now and I got one from an auction, but all the watches that I'm going to show you have cost me in total £76.51. So I'm going to show you the watches now, okay? And I'm going to give you the values of what I think they are after looking on eBay, and also knocking a bit off because I know that that's not the prices that are on eBay don't necessarily mean that it's going to be the price as what it goes for. I always have the offers open, and I think that's really important. My name's James Smith and I run channel JR74, which is predominantly an eBay reselling channel, and I'm getting into my watches. In terms of, if you think about them as a product, they're small, they're easy to package, they're easy to send, they're desirable, and they hold quite a bit of value as well. There's a lot of differential, there's a lot of opportunity to pick up watches that are maybe below the value that you think they are at. Obviously it's experience which will get you the obvious advantages, so the more I do this, hopefully the better I get at doing it. But let's have a look, shall we, at the watches that I got. Remember, for all of these I have paid £76.51. Some are just the faces, some I'm going to need to put batteries in, some I'm going to need to put straps on, but all in all we'll go through all the costs and everything. But it's looking good at the moment, it's looking good. First up, I have a Seconda Divers watch. This will need a new crystal, and it will need a new bezel as well, and it will need a new strap, and it will need a new battery. So I've put the value at this from the £76 that I paid at £2.22. all right, and this one fully working will go for about £20 to £22 on eBay. So the markup on this one isn't going to be particularly great. I might recondition this one and just keep it for my own personal use. Sakonda is, you know, a semi-decent name. Yeah, I know it's not a premium name, but at the same time it's not a naff name either, and these watches do have value on eBay, and we'll see. I mean, at the moment I suppose I'm learning to swim. You can't learn to swim without getting wet. If I want to get into this, I'm not going to go straight in with the Rolexes, am I? Okay, you've got to live and learn. So that's my first one that I'm looking at. Next up, sticking with Sakonda, there's two here, quite nice chronograph watches. Okay, these will require leather straps, they'll also require batteries and a bit of a polish. Yeah, I'm going to invest some of my time in this and learn how to polish up a watch and bring it up quite nicely, but they're in pretty decent condition. Okay, both the crystals on them are pretty much unscratched, so some nice leather straps on these will look pretty decent. These are going at around about 35 to 40 quid, so let's say 30, shall we? £30 each on these. All right, so there's a few more. Put them to one side. Those two Secondas that I just showed you are priced again at £2.22 each. So that should give you an idea of the amount of watches that I actually got in the bundle. There were quite a few. So yeah, at the moment, this is looking good. Next up, I've got two Apple watches that were in with what I paid for. Okay, these are Series 2 Apple watches. I'm going to get these on quite quickly because I see these as sort of like replacement watches for people going on holiday. You know, they don't want to take their best watches on holiday, so they just want a watch which basically has the same sort of Apple function. These go for about £40 each, so that's how much I'm going to put them on for. So yeah, these are pretty decent. Okay, I've tried charging them up, they both work, so yeah, these were a good find. Also what came, oh God, okay, a little bit of a drop there, it's all right, no damage done. Also what came in was some Apple Watch straps. These are actually on eBay as we speak. For those two Apple Watches that I just put on, I have again put £2.22 aside for those, and for these straps I've put about £1 aside. But if you go to an Apple shop to buy straps like this, you're talking nearly 40 quid. So these have certainly got a value. There's also a full black strap in this envelope because somebody did offer me a £5. I'm still waiting for them to pay. They've been messaged a few times. I think I've lost out on that one. But the good thing is about eBay now is if you do accept an offer and they haven't paid, it stays on your shop. So it used to come off your shop, but now it goes onto your shop. So I've got 2 Apple Watches there and some straps as well. So yeah, looking good at the moment. Next up, this is going to have a bit of work done to it, and it's also not working at the moment, but it's a nice watch. It's a Citizen Eco Drive chronograph. Now at the moment it's stopped. You've got to leave these in direct sunlight for about 5 days to start them up again, so I'll be doing that to see if it actually works. I've also got to replace one of the hands on it, and obviously a strap as well. I think a nice blue one on this would look nicer, maybe a rubber blue strap. Yeah, now I put this down at £12.93. These go, if I can get this working and if I can get this repaired, we're looking at about 60 quid. Yeah, I do need to do some things to it. I'm fully aware of that, and that's what all this is about. Previous videos on my channel will be around the fact that I want to start up a workshop to sort of like recondition these watches. Just a bit of a polish, maybe a battery change, maybe a crystal change, is pretty basic stuff. So yeah, I should be able to do this. So yeah, could be 60 quid in that, we'll see. A nice Seiko watch. It's got a little bit of green tint on it. Now I've done a bit of research, and maybe a little bit of acetate or a bit of vinegar will get that off. I'll have to get the case off and give it a really good piece of research, but I reckon I can get that off. Again, a nice brown leather strap would look pretty cool on this. Now this, again, I've put at £2.22, but if I can get this running, we're talking 40 quid. It will need a battery, it will need a strap, but I still think there's profit in this. Okay, so yeah, nice Seiko watch. Put it with my collection. Next up, another nice Seiko SQ watch here. Bit of scratching on the crystal, so I'm going to polish up the crystal. I'm going to polish it up as well. It will need a new battery, but that's about it. Again, I'm putting £12 on this. This watch is from 1981. Okay, they're quite simple to date by looking at the numbers on the back of the case. Now this one, again, maybe 40 quid, but I actually haven't put a value on it because I'm seriously thinking of keeping this for myself. But yeah, we'll put the battery in it and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, nice black face Seiko there, really nice. Next up, an Oriento blackface chronograph watch. These are just basic watches. These are sort of like dress watches. £15. I put about £2 on it for my actual cost. I reckon a new battery in it, bit of a polish, and I'll put that on as well. But I'm not expecting more than 15, maybe 10 to 15 bracket there. But considering I've only put £2 on it, and considering that it just needs a battery, there is a small chance of a profit on this one. It won't be a huge one, but yeah, it's worth doing. This one's got a leather strap, a vintage Jean Rene. This is a flatline as well. It's a quartz flatline. I've put a £5 on this, and I reckon this is going to go for between 20 and 25. Okay, you can see as well it's got the date on it too. It just needs the battery, so everything else is there. So battery, bit of a polish, this will be on. This one I'm quite excited about. This is a Vostok made in the USSR. It does need a little bit of a cleanup. You can see a little bit of grime on it there, but it has got, and this is something to look out for, it has got 18 jewels written on the case. Now, if it's got anything with jewels on, means that it is a mechanical wind. The jewels are the sort of like the shock absorbers within the watch. So, and this has got 18 of them. So for me to be able to take a watch apart and actually have a look inside and just see how the intricacies of the wind-up watches actually work is something that I'm really looking forward to doing. I've just given it a wind, and you can see there that the second hand is going round. So that's fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Nice leather strap on this. Okay, probably looking 30 quid, roughly. Okay, and I've put a value, hang on, let's just see. From the list that I have done, yeah, here we go. Again, I put £2.22 on that, and I've actually put, because I've looked at all these watches on eBay to see what they go for, I've actually put on this one 50 quid. So yeah, we'll see, but it's certainly one that I'm looking forward to giving a bit of a clean up and seeing how I do with it. Excellent, super shed project, that one. And this next one, this is a Timex Windup. Again, excited about this one to get into it and actually see how it works. And as well, this, ooh, it's working. It wasn't working earlier. It's going round. Do you know what? I had a bit of a disaster. All of the box that I had these watches in, I dropped and it went all over the shed floor. Maybe the knock sorted this out, because this one was trapped. This one wasn't turning, and it is now. Oh, look at that. Look, you can see the second hand going round there. Okay. Now, this one has Great Britain written on the bottom of it, made in Great Britain, and they stopped making these in Great Britain in the mid-1980s. So a nice leather strap on this. This will look quite good. All right, it's got a little bit of history to it. What have I put onto this? I've put onto the, again, £2.22, and I've seen these go for £35. So yeah, 25 to £35. Nice, really nice. Oh, that's a bonus. That's a bonus. I'm pleased with it. A Sakonda, another one. Okay, I seem to have acquired quite a few Sakondas, but there is a value to them. Whether they go for that value, I don't know. So I'm really interested in seeing how they do and reporting back to you guys as to how well they've done as well. But again, with a bit of a clean up, this will look quite nice. Okay, again, I've put it on at £2.22, and I reckon this will go, I'm going to put it on at 25 and see how it does. But again, all it's going to need is a battery. Oh, look at that. Look at that. It is absolutely golden. It is a Sergio Valente. Never heard of it. But again, these do hold a value on eBay. All it needs is a new battery. I've put this down for 22 quid. Again, if anybody just wants just a nice gold looking watch, here it is. A King Quartz chronograph watch. Again, the casing on this is in pretty good condition. It just needs a bit of a polish, that's all. Nice strap on that. You've got yourself a nice looking watch. It's got a bit of weight to it as well. Yeah, okay, yeah. Again, I put £2.22 on this, but I reckon about 20 quid. So, get that sorted out. A rose gold watch, Longbow. Never really heard of them. I'll just get a battery in that, just clean it up, £15. I might make a couple of quid on it, but yeah, rose gold. So anybody who wants just like a rose gold watch with a bit of a shine to it, it's here. A Romont watch. These have got a bit of value to them. A nice leather strap on this, and I'll also need to put a new crystal on it because there's slight damage. You can see it just there, but otherwise, and a battery. I should be able to bring this round, and we're talking 70 quid for a watch like this. So yeah, all right, that's something that could potentially make a bit of profit, and you can feel it with its weight as well. If you are into sort of like buying the watches like this, those that do feel heavier, if you look them up on eBay, 9 times out of 10 they do hold a higher value. I'm really enjoying actually learning about the new brands and stuff like that. So yeah, this is a nice one. This is a nice one. Oh, bit of a collection. Look at this, bring back the 90s. Okay, an Adidas leather strap watch, bit of a polish, new battery in. Unfortunately as well, it will need a new strap because that has just gone there. But what are we talking here, 25? So again, a little bit of profit could be made, and it has got the box with it too. Yeah, these go for about 20 to 25, or what I've seen anyway, and you can't get them anymore. So this sort of retro style, okay, could be right up somebody's street. You never know. And a nice Seiko ladies watch there that just needs a battery put in it. Yeah, at the moment it's not going, so we'll need a battery. And however, Mrs. S has got her eye on this one. I think she quite likes it, so we'll see. So there you have it. There they all are, all lined up and ready to be repaired and to put onto eBay. But yeah, there's the straps as well. But you know, I think I'm going to make more than what I paid for them, and I'm also going to enjoy it as well. There is a bit of collateral. There you go, there's the collateral box. These are the things that I didn't really think were worth putting on. Might even just, I don't know, could clean them up, put some straps on, and you know, maybe take them along to car boots, see if I get anything for them then. So there's not all given up on those, but these are the main ones that I'm going to be concentrating on. It is worth as well looking in charity shops, and if you can pick up a watch that isn't particularly good but has got a decent leather strap on it, that could be something worth doing. With the batteries, yeah, you could pick one up and just use the battery from it, but you don't know how much power is left in them. And the last thing that I want to do is send one off and it stops working within a couple of months. So yeah, we'll see on that one. With batteries, Timpsons, like they repair shoes, they do keys and everything like this. They also do watch batteries, and you're probably looking at about £4 for a watch battery. Now, the problem that I have is that all the batteries are different. There's not like an industry standard watch battery. There's so many different types and numbers. So I would say that most of these are going to have different batteries. So me buying a load in bulk isn't really on the cards because I don't know which ones I need. I'm going to have to research, and is it really worth buying them in bulk when I don't know what will be needed. Now, in my local Timpsons, he's got like a bank behind him of all little drawers with numbers on, with all the watch batteries in. For £4 a pop, that's all I need really. I can just pop round there and get them. So all in all, for the watches that I've just shown you, I've got to get 9 batteries. And I'm going to put £4 a battery on that, and I think that's a reasonable expectation. So that's 36 quid. I need to get 5 straps. I'm putting straps at £10 each. You can get some for like 15, genuine leather ones, or premium leather straps I put in, and you can get some for a £5. So I'm going halfway, £10. Okay, 5 straps, £10, that's 50 quid. Crystals, I need 3. All right, if you remember, there's one for the Sakonda here because that needs a new crystal because it's gone just there. There's a crack just there. I also need one for the Citizen. Okay, that one has a crack just there, so that will need a new one. Okay, and as well, I need one for this one, and I've forgotten the brand name for it. I'm just checking. There you go, Romont. Yeah, that will need a new crystal on it as well because that one has cracked just there. You can see. Now, I'm putting a realistic price on crystals at £15. Okay, for the Citizen one, I might see if I can get a genuine one. We'll see about that. But yes, so you're looking at £45 for those, for 3 of those, and the bezel on this one as well. Okay, the Sakonda, that one. Okay, it is, the bezel on that one is a bit knackered, so I'm going to need a new bezel on that. So yeah, tenner. All right, so all in all there, £141. So that gives me a profit of, so the 627 minus the 141 gives 486. All right, take the £76.51 that I pay for the watches off that, you've got £409. Now, there are some more deductions that are needed. Obviously, postage. All right, you're probably looking at about £3 for each one. Okay, and the eBay fees as well, which is 11% of the final sale price. So I reckon there's about £300 profit there if it all goes to plan. But even if it doesn't, £300, it's quite a large margin to play with, where all I'm going to do is literally polish them up and put new batteries in them and just see how they do. Okay, this is a total experiment, total. And remember as well, you've always got car boots, you've always got Vinted as well as eBay. Watches are sold on that too. So yeah, it is another thing that I'm going to report back to you on as to how well I'm doing. So I do report back to you on the laptops that I take to bits, and I report back on the tumble dryer that I took to bits. This is another project that I'm doing and that I'm putting together. Okay, right, so on this lovely day, we're just coming to the end of this day. Beautiful weather. Yeah, people are moaning that it's too hot. I do quite like the heat, but yeah, it was a bit of a slog today. But the evening, the thing I like about hot days is the evenings. Okay, lovely, lovely, lovely evenings where the temperature just drops a little bit. Beautiful. Right, it's been a pleasure talking to you. We'll see how we do with this. I'm quite excited. I'm quite looking forward to it, seeing it all out. But yeah, the first things I'm going to do are to put these Apple ones on, okay, for the holiday makers that don't want to ruin their actual, you know, more expensive, more advanced Apple watches. I think we're up to the 7 model, the 7 series now, and these are just the 2 series. But again, I will report back as to how well I do. Okay, I'm going to stop talking now. This is Smithy out. Bye-bye.